Okay, and this is my video. I'm just going to quickly show you what's going on in my food tunnel. And it's we're going through a sort of mini drought at the moment. But as you can see, the young figs are coming through. And this is going to be an arching tree. You'll get the perspective when I turn the camera around on the way back. But let's just go through it quickly and have a look at what I'm growing here. This is how I eat my cabbage. I just literally take the leaves off. And these cabbages, some of them have been here 3 years. I just cut them down and they come back again. And I don't need big cabbages. I've got some of those on the other side, and you'll see those when I come round. But here's one of the potted wild apples that Michael sent me. The rest are all in the ground somewhere. I've got a vine growing up through here, and you'll see why I've got it growing there. It's going to be creating some sort of canopy area here. And this is all that Carol I was talking about, you know. And this is what I do. I just pick it and eat it raw. Some ornamentals, and second lot of bulb beans coming through. Here you can see much more bulb bean, and they've only really started to, I eat them raw, you see. They've only really started to come through now because it's been so dry. I took a 2-week holiday in Mallorca, and they actually dried out quite significantly. Eventually I'm going to have like a load of citrus down the middle here. So these are going to be lemons, grapefruit, there's another one there, and tangerine and orange. Got some, these grow every year now. Some of them actually die back, but these are sweet peppers or chilies. There's a mixture of them here. This is a radish which I allow to go to seed, produce flour which you can eat in salads, or you can eat the seeds, and much better than relying on the roots, because they rarely produce decent roots for eating. So I just eat the leaves and the flowers and the seeds. So I've just planted up a load of cabbage. Well, actually, I'm not really sure what that is. I'm pretty certain it's of the cabbage or brassica family, so I'm going to wait to see what that is. That's saved seed from last year. And if you haven't seen what an artichoke looks like, I've eaten the flower heads on these already. It's quite an ornamental plant in its own right. So I have a few of these growing down the middle. Lots of self-seeded parsley, yeah. And I've just been planting up some more onion bulbs. We buy them. I mean, you can still do that in the UK, by the way. So let's carry on. And here's my dog. That's my caravan dog. It comes back. This is chard. This is how it's grown here. And basically, I just don't need any more than this. I've got a few plants which have survived, and a lot of things are perennials here. In Britain, they're annuals. They die with the winter. But here in Spain, the weather is so mild sometimes during the winter, even though we had snow, that these plants come back. And there's a vine. You can see it's just budding now. The first leaves coming out on the vine. And it's going to be covering this whole structure at the other end of the food tunnel. So this is what I call the arc. So now you get a better perspective, and you're looking at the end where that fig is going to be eventually trained around the arc. And at this side, where we have, as you've just seen, a grape, but also we have this nectarine, and that's going to be trained along this side, you see. And you'll get a better perspective when I walk down to the other end. We've got 2 bougainvilleas, which are ornamentals, and again drought resistant plants, but you need to get them established at a lot of the things. One of the things I do grow a lot of here is jade, and these were just cuttings which you chuck into the ground. You don't even have to have a root system on them, and they pretty much establish almost immediately. Now they're bee plants, so this is the ornamental bed, if I can call it that. You can see there's some cauliflowers coming through, with more cowl at the back, this bed is so dry that you can really only grow drought resistant plants here. So I have enough cowl here along with my cabbage leaves to suffice on my greens for the year. But there's also aubergine, which is drought resistant, not looking pretty healthy, is it? But they're like that. They sort of die back and then they come back again with more flower. So aubergine drought resistant plants. I've planted up some new ones, obviously. Here's some proper cabbages that you may be more familiar with. And again, some irises there, which are quite pretty. Geraniums and Tradescantia, all drought resistant plants really, for this bed, which is extremely dry. And some sort of Albrecia, which is a bee plant again. And these flowers, they come out later on during the day and go back in during the night. So really, looking at the perspective now of where that bougainvillea is, I've got two structures, two towers. Well, I've got two raised ends to the food tunnel, which I'm going to have stuff grown all over them. That's the vision for the future. And just here on the other side, it's a kiwi, which I don't think you could grow in Britain unless you grow it under glass. But that's got a male and female plant grafted onto a single stem. So I'm going to leave it there because the video otherwise would be too long. And here's one idea which, okay, just to finish, this is the corner of the food tunnel, and this is a barrel where I put my compost waste inside, and this helps, this sieve helps to prevent flies from laying too many eggs in there. But there are holes in the bottom, and I collect the liquid manure, which I then bottle up over here. And when these are full, I give everything a feed. So a quick video for you, and just to say thank you very much for everything. I hope to see you in the summer sometime. Yeah. All right. Cheers.